We're muted.
Are muted. Sorry, guys. Don't worry, I wasn't actually teaching anything yet. But thank you for letting me know. What I was saying, though, to a different staff member is, you know what I like about teaching is the interactions I have with students.
All of them?
They're all I was going to say, a little second guessing on that comment from 20 minutes ago in my life. I'm kidding. So let's pick this up. We're on 4-9. We got 3 more to do. I don't want to do them. You should do them. I'm sorry. I don't mind doing them, but it's more useful if you do them. So please, try the last 3 on 4.9 if you have not done so already. I think a good chunk of you were actually in the process of finishing these up as you were leaving yesterday. When you finish, homework topic 3 is all redox stuff. I'm making that due Friday night. Okay, I'm not really giving you stuff to do Friday during the day. So you can start working on your homework topic. Also, next week, Monday, we're going to have a test on Unit 4. Tomorrow, we're doing an in-class review. The review sheet, plural, there's an in-class review sheet that we'll kind of go through together. Then there's the other review sheet. Same structure as always. The first page is a bulleted list of what you need to know from every single topic. And it's actually pretty long. I got a lot in there. I gave you a whole bunch of practice problems in this review sheet. It makes it look like it's going to be a long and strenuous test, but it's really not. Again, this unit should be hopefully relatively straightforward, but either way, when you're finished with these 3 problems, I'll show you the answers of slowly but surely, and then you got your homework to work on, which is due Friday night, and you've got a giant review packet that you can start chipping away at as well, because we do have a test next week, Monday. Okie dokie? Sweet, go for it. I'll give you guys a head start. And if you are at home, you're welcome to hang around and stay. Otherwise, you can just wait for the video and check your answers later if it's more peaceful to not listen to us banter. I'm trying to think of a positively phrased word to describe what my class is sometimes. Banter.
Okay. I thought we had insightful conversations, but I guess there's not. Insightful?
But almost all that stuff is zero.
Right. So there's not a chart on it, obviously. It's not 9. We'll be trying these guys. And, you need the rules, obviously the rules are on the previous page, if you pull those out or didn't share those out. And if you're all done, you're just waiting for me to show you things, please work on your homework. You probably finished that thing today. You're on task. I said that you were on task.
If this is strong. You need help, obviously, don't be shy. People ain't help you. Yeah. You called me children. Yeah, that's kind of weird, though.
I'm an adult.
I'm gonna have to go talk to the. You might be good on my
That's
I can't even
my
count.
counselor's thing.
I mean, it's only because I've had to like visit her like 4 times this year, but like, up until that point, I didn't know my counselor. Kind of awkward.
Well, if you're generally, on top of your own stuff, I'll probably check. Oh. Plus, I think this year I have a bunch of counseling department issues. Like, I gotta be beyond overwhelmed. Even though they're invested. I can't, I don't want their job in a normal year, and I really don't want their job this year. Because holy crap. That- Or another, I don't know, 4-ish, 5-ish minutes here before I show them the three. Okay. Which one you guys done with it anyway? Not really, right? I mean, in reality, we're not taking paper pencil versions of the test, and it's not really an AP thing either. It's just kind of something Chad and I have developed to keep life organized. So yeah, you don't have to. I'll keep doing it, but you know what you're doing and you're confident in which is what, you're good. How am I doing? Did I screw anything up yet? Good. Now, the one unique thing we got going on in this one is we end up with hydrogen ions on both sides, right? So we've got 14 on the left-hand side, or the reactant side down here. I've got 6 on the product side over there. When things end up on opposite sides, when I combine my two halves, they cancel. Kind of like the electrons, right? I have 6 electrons here, and I have 6 electrons there. They cancel out. So we'll do the same thing with the hydrogen ions. We'll cancel until one side runs out, and then we'll put the remainder on the appropriate side. So I've got 14 on the left, I've got 6 on the right. 14 minus 6 is 8. That gives me 8 remaining over here. And then I've got the 7 waters as well over there. Questions? I'm going to regret this. You're very quiet. Yeah, that kind of opens the door to like less quiet. It's been peaceful though. I was terrified when you guys walked in. It was like a ball of fire. Was it not?
It could be worse. You're excited.
You're excited for my class?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think there's compliments in here somewhere. I don't know. Sounds complimentary. This one got another funky thing going on. There's kind of that bromide just hanging out there. Okay, if you've gotten past the oxidation numbers, you'll know what I'm talking about, right? Take it with the half that needs it. If you're stuck on this one, or if you're in the middle of trying this one, wherever that bromide needs to go, take it with that half reaction. Even though it itself is not being oxidized and reduced, we need it to balance stuff, obviously, right? So take it where it needs to go. Same thing here, I'll give you another 5-ish or so, and then I'll go through it. And again, if you're done, if you're done number 5 on the note sheet, and you're feeling confident, jump into your homework. You can probably finish your homework before you leave. And if you're feeling extra motivated, go to your review sheet. And if you flip all the way to the back of it, there's more redox, and you can keep trying redox if that's kind of the zone you're in today. Homework topics are review Friday. So that's plans, and I'll remember you guys down.
Kind of 6 until like early this year. Where I said
So they have like an iPhone 12 mini now.
was it 12 already?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I thought we were still on the 11.
No, but the 12 mini, I'm like, that's the size I want. I just want a tiny smartphone. I don't need a giant screen. I don't watch anything on the phone. No,
And they went up in size and they go inside. I feel like I'm being scammed. I don't know.
So don't worry about that. Once you get done, the process. And then we'll balance the rest of it later. Yep. Yep.
This one? No.
The 5th one?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Why is it so
I
fast?
see. Yeah.
You're talking like input beverage icy?
Yeah, like, it just reminded me of like an ice.
Those are pretty solid.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I'm a fan of icy.
Not even happening.
Huh?
Not even captain.
What the heck does that mean?
Russell
I'm
never
not even
caps.
lying.
He's always.
Oh my gosh. So I'm still a young enough teacher where I should like not be annoyed. But I feel like I'm annoyed by your phrases. Ruby.
I'm just like track.
You know who was the king of like random slang phrases? That your brother.
Why?
That dude, he talked in like a completely foreign language.
Really?
Like everything out of his mouth, I'm like, what the heck does that mean? Because
Really?
Yes, he was just full of just like stupid, weird phrases that like meant something completely opposite of what they actually said.
What would he say?
I don't know. I just felt like everything was cryptic.
I'll have to ask him. Maybe he actually had like a language or something.
I don't know, like everything just felt like it was.
Just did like I said.
Yeah, not to my old brain.
Doesn't surprise me.
My old brain.
No, no, Ben saying random things. Did he used to flip his like pen or pencil?
Yeah, like this.
This? Yeah,
Yes.
because now I do that. And you
Is it
don't
though?
do that? Yeah. And then you do it with breadsticks too.
That sounds like that.
Yeah.
A little weird on the oxidation numbers over there for the last one. But they're gonna take their normal charge, right? When we did the whole giant table of oxidation numbers, I kind of preemptively warned you that like, if there's not a starting point, if you don't have the hydrogen or the oxygen, you can start by assuming their standard charge, meaning if you look them up on the periodic table, right, and you find them, it's a good place to start to just kind of assume they probably have their normal charge, okay? So reduction here, our sulfur is going from 0 to 2 minus. And our silver is going from 0 to 1. Okay, split it in half. Now, this is where that bromide shows up that I was kind of talking about 5 minutes ago, right? This guy doesn't change. It's 1 minus on both sides, so it's not technically oxidized or reduced. But we still need it, right? We need to balance the elements. We need to balance the charges. So we can't just ignore the bromide. It didn't come with a bracket, or it didn't specifically belong to either side, but we'll put it where we need it. And we need it right here because we have the bromine on the other side. Make sense? Okay, so if there's ever pieces that just don't officially belong to either half reaction, you just kind of take them along where they need to go to make the elements happy and balanced. Okay? The other half is my sulfur half. Okay? And we'll go through the balancing process. Balance everything that's not hydrogen and oxygen first. Okay, we're good. There's no hydrogen, there's no oxygen. Okay, we're good. Balance the electrons. There we go. Sulfur is good. We do hydrogen next. Balance the charges. This is a total charge of 0. This side has a total charge of 2 plus. We'll add 2 electrons to bring that down. I need to double the top half to get 2 electrons gained and 2 electrons lost. I bring all my numbers up. I have 2 silvers. I have 2 bromides. I have just the 1 sulfur. And I have the 1 H2S and 2 of those. And then I just need to bring up 2 hydrogen ions over here. And that should be good. Disputes? Questions? All right. If you haven't tried the tip, it's a little more fun. You need me to unstick you.
No, I haven't really tried it.
Oh. That's not good. You should try it.
Okay.
Charges don't make sense. The CL is 1 minus.
Uh-huh.
I is 1 minus. And
Now, this is a neutral compound, right?
so it should be 1 plus.
Yes.
So you just kind of, that was,
Yeah, oxidation numbers are weird, right? They don't always match the charge.
how do you know CL is 1 minus?
It's the order. As weird as that sounds, like this is not an ionic compound, but generally speaking, right, when we list an ionic compound, the order is positive, negative, as well as cation, anion first. Now, this is not a cation, that is not an anion, this is a covalent molecule, so that statement's a little funky, but the order of like positive, negative in terms of oxidation number still kind of works. That'll hopefully help. No, that's 2 minus. Nope, that charges the whole thing. That's the total. Because it needs to.
Like, why is it?
That's what happens.
So, like,
No. What's oxidized or reduced? What's reduced? Let's start there. What element is reduced? Okay, what element is oxidized? Uh-huh.
it just happens.
The iodine from this initial molecule is both oxidized and reduced within the same reaction. And yes, that can happen.
What does that even mean?
So we would need more than one of these to react with one another, right? It's kind of random which iodines turn into what. But it does absolutely. Well,
Okay,
yeah,
so like that means like there's gonna be a coefficient
Yeah,
actually on
correct.
that, and then
Yes.
like if it was like 2, and one would go up to.
yes, correct. Yep. So all you need to do is this gets included as your reactant on both of the halves. And when we're all said and done and we bring the halves back together, we add up the coefficients of the ICL on the left-hand side. They're on the same side, right? So things on opposite sides, if I have H1 plus on opposite sides, they cancel. If I have ICL on the same side, they get added together. Does that make sense? This one's funky. If you're just waiting on me, jump into your homework, you can probably finish it, like I said. Butler's gonna finish it. Pretty good. Remember this stuff from 2 years ago?
This is the only thing I remember from 2 years ago.
Nice.
This is the first thing this year that I actually remember,
Nice. We've arrived.
probably because
Yeah, and they all had it during quarantine, so maybe you have the advantage for the first time in a year. Oops, that's not right. We also have that chloride just kind of hanging out there, right? That's got to go somewhere. It's got to, and by go somewhere, it actually has to go both of them, right? Yeah, otherwise it's not going to work out. Let's see here. Here's this one, the oxidation. it's all elements other than hydrogen and oxygen. We're good on the oxidation half. Not quite on the reduction half. Now we are. Got 3 oxygens over there. 3 waters to counterbalance those oxygens. I created 6 hydrogens, however, so I need to balance that as well. Okay, all the elements should be good. Now we got to check out the charges. Total charge on this side is 0, right? Total charge on this side, 1 minus, 2 minus, 6 plus, for a total of 4 plus. So I need 4 electrons to bring that back down so it equals the other side. Now remember, it's not always 0, right? We saw that yesterday, number 2. It's not always 0. We don't add electrons until we get 0 charge. We add electrons until the reactant side and the product side have the same charge. Most of the time that is 0, but it doesn't have to be. Just for the sake of argument, just to make sure I'm making my point here. Okay? This side is 6 plus. This side is 12 plus. I didn't add electrons to get this down to 0, right? I added electrons until the 2 sides were equal. Be aware of that. That can throw you off. Okay, top one's good. Bottom one, total charge is 0. Total charge is 2 minus. There we go. 4 electrons lost, 2 electrons gained. Let's fix that. Bring all my numbers up. Now we've got to be a little careful, don't we? ICL, I have 1 plus 4 more for a total of 5. Chlorides, I have 1 plus 2 times 2 is 4 for a total of 5. Iodate, the IO3 1 minus. Just got the 1 of those. Then iodine, 2 of those. The electrons will cancel. 4 lost, 4 gained. I have 3 waters showing up over there. And I've got 6 hydrogens showing up over here. Questions, disputes? Anything at all? Jagger?
So the whole, like, it doesn't have to equal 0, it just typically equals 0. So you just add electrons until they're equal to.
Correct.
So like, you would want, so like if one side is like 14 and the other one's 6, you would add until it reaches 6, you would add 6 to one side and 14 to the other. That would be more.
So
Then they would be equal at 0, but it would take more work for that to happen. And it wouldn't happen.
and I'll go one step further. If I had 14 to one side and 6 to the other side, it would technically just cancel out. But, yeah, so you're back to where you would have been.
Right, with the whole 6.
Yep. All right, sweet. I'm all done teaching. Not that I really taught too much today. The rest of the hour is yours to work on your homework. Ask me questions. If you're at home and you're still hanging out with us, you're welcome to go now. Officially, I said you could go earlier, but you have all the notes now from 4.9. Homework topic 3 is due on Friday. The review packets are pretty big, and there's a lot to look at, and we have a test on Monday. So if you're at home, you can run away. If you're here in front of me, work on your homework and ask me questions, and I'll help you out. Thank you.